quite fitting that it should have been put here by the Scottish Rights of Way Society. Today you might know them as Scotways. You might have heard of that name, but they've been around for 180 years or so, I think, in various different forms. But again, Glen Tilt's played a pivotal role in another episode of Scottish history, an ongoing episode, I suppose, an ongoing story, that we have this wonderful access legislation these days, which means that I can come to places like this on my bike, just pedal tracks freely, or walk over the hills, enjoy all of this wonderful countryside. We take it for granted that we've got this access legislation, and it was cemented in law in 2003, was it, with the Land Reform Act in Scotland, which meant that you're free to go pretty much anywhere as long as you respect the fact that people are earning a living from the land. But that hasn't always been the case, and our access rights have been hard won. There's famous incidents in England of the Kinder trespass in the 1950s? 30s, 40s or 50s, I forget, somewhere around the interwar years, I think, that a load of people went and did a deliberate trespass in Derbyshire on Kinder Scout because they were claiming their right to roam. And the same kind of things have happened here in Scotland, and especially here in Glen Tilt, with the glen cutting as it does across pretty much the whole of the Cairngorms in between Braemar and Blair Athol. It's been a right of way for a very, very long time, and that's what people have been trying to assert over the centuries. They're trying to assert their right to use the paths and network of paths that their forefathers and their fathers before them and all that sort of stuff, all those people have used over the generations. It's been used for hundreds of years. Why not use them now? And anyway, it all came to a head in 1847, I think it was, when there was a professor of botany at Edinburgh University, John Balfour, who used to take his students on field trips to the Highlands to look at plants, presumably, and shrubs, that kind of thing. But I think they were coming down somewhere here, actually, to Tarf, when they were confronted by the Duke of Athol and his gillies, and he wouldn't let them through. And that was a confrontation that led to quite a lengthy legal battle, I believe, which was part of a big, long saga over the decades following that of people trying to assert their rights of way across Scotland's countryside. And it was out of that, it was just before that, but it's because of things like that that the Scottish Rights of Way Society exists, fighting for Scottish people's rights to roam the countryside via the rights of way. So it's quite interesting that how much history is in this glen, and it's nice to know that it's played such a pivotal role in giving me and everybody else in Scotland the freedom to be able to be here now, see this video, get out and enjoy the countryside.